Okay, well, I'm here at the Santa Barbara airport, and they've asked me to come out because they're having quite a problem with ground squirrels here. They're actually throughout this whole lawn, and they're living under all these bushes. To give you a kind of an idea of the surroundings, this is an airport, so a lot of fields around here, a lot of weeds around here, a lot of bushes. Looking around, it seems like this area over here is kind of the edge of it. It gets worse as you start traveling this direction. So I think for the beginning, I'm going to start by putting my TerraTrap over in this corner. I did see squirrels running around there, and we have squirrel burrows, obviously, on the lawn here. We have burrows under there, all throughout this. So this is a good area. I'm going to place the TerraTrap in an area where it's going to be sort of hidden from the people, but also I want the squirrels to feel comfortable. So I'm thinking about placing it right down inside of here. And I think that'll be the best spot to get started. I'll probably leave it here for a couple weeks, and then I'll come back and I'll move it over this next section of bushes over in that area. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get set up. Okay, I wanted to show you guys how this all worked out. I've already given lessons on how to do the dirt bath and everything, so I've already done all that. I've got it secured. I even got my camera on it. I really like having camera on these things. And there's my trap down there. Oh yeah, look at that. All right, that thing is loaded with peanuts. You're gonna notice how I built this trench. Kinda looks just like a burrow going under a rock. That's what we want. So, and then from out here, I want you to kind of see that we are in an area where fairly invisible to the public. So I'm not going to be too worried if I have a squirrel laying there. What I didn't want to do is have it somewhere like on this side where, you know, the squirrel's going to be there where everybody walking on the sidewalk's going to see it until the scavengers come. So anyway, this is my first day. It's Friday here. We're pre-baiting. I'm going to set the trap itself so we can start killing squirrels. I am back at the airport. I returned actually on Tuesday, and I set the trap, and I was watching the camera, and I had got my first kill yesterday, which was Thursday. So I'm here today to get it out, and just to show you, it's in there. The reason I'm going to get it out is because I don't know if we have any scavengers that come by this area already. And so what I want to do is train them to come here to recognize this as a place that has a food source. So I'm actually going to pull that squirrel out, and I might just tuck him in under the bushes here. I don't want it to be right next to the trap. If it does sit here for a few days, I don't want the decomposing squirrel to trigger other squirrels to realize what happened. So I'm going to tuck that squirrel in the bushes under here. Okay, this is a pretty good size one. They were pulling out of here. Give you a little perspective. I wear a size 12 boot. Okay, so we are going to take this. Okay, we are going to tuck him in under the bush right there. And that way it's ready for some scavenger to come find it. We are back at the airport today, and we got another kill, another ground squirrel that we got. This guy went out quick. So I checked this a couple days ago, and I actually had 7 kills on the counter. I'm gonna go ahead and tuck this guy back in here again. I want to get these scavengers used to coming here. But what ended up happening is I ended up killing some rats and mice as well. That's why I had so many kills. But this is the second ground squirrel that I've gotten out of this so far. It's been about maybe 4 or 5 days since I got the last one. That's not super uncommon in the beginning. So things are going right along according to plan. All right, I'm back at the airport. I was here 2 days ago and I had caught a squirrel and moved it over for the scavengers. And yesterday I took the day off for a wedding and was watching the cameras and caught another one yesterday. And I was looking forward to coming here this morning to get it, but about halfway through the day I started seeing a bunch of crows around, and then all of a sudden the body came up missing out of the trap. So I'm here to kind of check on it, and it's empty. All right, I don't see that squirrel anywhere. And then I wanted to check down here. This is where I put the one the other day, and it's gone as well. So what that tells me is we're achieving the goal of training scavengers to come empty these traps out. So this is a good sign. It means I won't have to come here all the time and pull them out anymore. Okay, it's been another week. I'm back at the airport. I haven't seen any more squirrel activity on my camera, so I decided to move the trap. We had it over in this area here. I'm not seeing any new activity over here, but across the other side, way over there by those vehicles, there's quite a bit of still active squirrels. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this over. I found a bunch of squirrels inside of this really thick bush here, but if I put the trap there, then anybody walking along this sidewalk is gonna see it, see the dead squirrels, not an image the airport wants. So I decided to, instead of putting it in here where I thought it'd be real visible, and this is where all the squirrel activity is, I went ahead and put a bunch of peanuts inside of the burrows here all over the place. And so what I did is I set this trap up, and there's my camera. I set my trap up inside the bushes here. So from the sidewalk, when you're walking by, you can see that the trap's pretty invisible. You have to get off the sidewalk to see it. So we're gonna pre-bait. Today's Friday. I loaded this thing up with peanuts. I baited all over this side of the yard. I'm gonna come back on Monday and see what happened. All right, see you guys then. Okay, everyone, I am back at the airport, and I did not see burrows really close to those bushes, so I decided to pre-bait again, just to draw the squirrels to this area, get them used to coming over here. So let's just see how we did. So we've got the station in here. Well, I can tell you already, there was quite a bit of activity. Look at all these shells everywhere. And those shells are also gonna attract other squirrels and stuff into the area. I'm gonna pop this thing open real quick. Oh yeah. This is very successful pre-baiting. There are no peanuts left at all, actually. All right, so this is a good sign. This means that we're good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and arm this, rebait it, and we'll get the cameras on it and see what happens. Well, it's been about 1 week since I've been out here. I have seen quite a few rats and mice on the cameras at night, so I'm sure I'm getting some of them. But this morning I got up and I checked the camera, and sure enough, I've got another one in here. And so this is number 5. And let's see what we got here. Yep, there we go. Yeah, pretty good sized guy right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put him back here. Even though I have scavenger activity now, I could probably just leave it there. Since I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and move it away from the front of my trap. Just give me a better chance to get another one soon. All right, we are back at the airport today. I checked the camera this morning. It kind of looks like it caught another one. I'm just kind of here. I just wanted to check it. We have had a lot of scavenger activity, so this visit is more just out of curiosity than a necessity. And yes, there is a squirrel tail right here. So let's get this guy out. Oh boy, look at that. Big fatty. I'm just gonna throw him back in there. We'll keep those scavengers coming, and hopefully we'll get another one soon. All right. Well, 7 so far at the airport. All right, guys, I'll keep you updated.